Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. It is Monday, May 6th. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. I had a wonderful weekend. Yesterday was gardening day. We had a beautiful day. I'm a little sore today because I haven't done that strenuous kind of work all winter, but I feel exhilarated. I love it. I love getting, everything is still very wet. So I got really muddy, but still feel exhilarated and wonderful. Let's see, Saturday was not that great. We went to sit down to have lunch and my husband put on the TV, he put YouTube and he decided to search out old concerts. So what was supposed to be just for lunch ended up to be all afternoon. That's the only reason why I have all this stuff done, is because we sat and watched old concerts, you know, Queen and Elton John and AC/DC, and we just and it was yucky outside anyway, so it was a wonderful afternoon. Anyway, I made some hats. I made 5 hats. Now, I think I mentioned last time that Ross from Smell Great Guy podcast issued a pattern on Ravelry. It's a free download and it's a knitted hat. I downloaded it and decided to give it a try. Now I used the yarn that I got on clearance last week and I'll show you in a minute. Now the pattern is wonderful. I am very, very new to knitting and I decided to try DPNs, double pointed needles. And it was scary, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, I made a hat. See, Ross? I did it. Anyway, I love the pattern. The hat turned out great. Slightly different than what he suggested. Now you make the hat on your circulars, and then you start to decrease while you're still on the circulars, and then you switch to DPNs. And okay, so I'm very new to DPNs, and my DPNs are fairly big, and I don't even know if they sell them shorter DPNs. Even if they did, I don't have any. So he gets you to stop doing the decreases at about 2 stitches on every DPN, and then you bind off and seam the top. Well, the DPNs were kind of finicky and I got poked a lot and they kind of got in my way. So I think I stopped at about, when there was 5 stitches on each DPN. So there's a little bit of puckering, and I'm sorry about that, Ross, but it was the best that I could do. But anyway, overall, I'm extremely pleased with this hat. Now this hat is, he gives you the cast on stitch count for 2 sizes. And this is the smaller one, 80 stitches, which is way too big for my head, but it fits my son very well. And actually both boys have gone into my craft room and picked yarn that they want me to make hats for them, which I'm excited about. All the practice that I can get, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I am very pleased with this, very, very pleased with this. So I highly recommend this pattern. Yeah, if I could do it, and I don't know how to knit, so if I could do it, anybody who wants to learn to knit hats can do it. And yeah, so I'm pleased. So this yarn is the Caron Simply Soft Stripes in the colorway Central Park. Now I wanted to see so I made this one, and then I made this one, and this yarn is the Red Heart Soft in the colorway Jewel Tones. Now I wanted to make, since this one was too big, I made another one, but I put 75 stitches because I have a smaller head, and it fits in the circumference, but I wanted it to be shorter as well. I didn't want this long hat. But I guess I misjudged where to start the decrease. I mean, Ross did say, you know, so many inches, but because I'm making a smaller circumference, I went even shorter, but I guess I went too short. But I made this hat too. And like I said, it fits my head around, but it is too short. It just hits the top of my ear. But I figure for a little kid, and that's the great thing about knitted, there's so much stretch in knitted hats. So, mind you, these are not washed yet either. So, anyway, so I made this. Now I wanted to see what it would look like, these two particular yarns, what they would look like crocheted. So I made the Cotton Candy Slouch by Hannah over at the Cozy Cottage Crochet, which is turning out to be a very favorite hat pattern. And so this is the exact same yarn, but look how it worked out. Now, I like them both, to be honest with you. This one actually reminds me of Ernie from Sesame Street. I love it. But this one, it's really funky. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, this one fits me better. Now, but just looking at it, this one looks brighter, like more flamboyant. I don't know. It just, the colors, this one seems a little more muted. Now, obviously that's because of the different stitches, but yeah, so you get the idea of what you would get with crochet versus knit. I love them both. And out of the one skein, I got two hats, one knitted, one crocheted, and I have that much left. So it's great. Blanket, scrap gan. So get that. And then I did the same for the other yarn. So this is the knitted one, and then this is the crocheted one. Now okay, so my sons will wear my crocheted hats, but they've always said that it looks feminine. And they said the same thing with this one. They would rather wear this one than this one. And I don't know, does it look more feminine? I don't know, but I like them both. This one will probably have to be given away because it's really small, so a little kid, but this one fits me quite well. So got that done. Now, okay, you guys are gonna have a little chuckle at my expense. I wanted a sun hat. So I went on the hunt for a sun hat, and I found an amazing tutorial for a sun hat, and it's by Little John's Yarn. She's fantastic. Her whole YouTube channel is great. Tutorials are great. She does have a lot of wearables, but from the cursory glance on her channel, a lot of it might be, dare I say, a little racier. Stuff that I would make for my daughter, not for myself personally. But anyway, found this sun hat. Okay. Now, I made it in acrylic. Some wise woman once told me that if you like something, you want to try something but you're not that familiar with it, try it in your favorite yarn first, and then you'll know if you like it or not. So this is just acrylic. Now I don't know if I'm gonna make it in cotton. I wanted a cotton sun hat, but I can't seem to pull it off. To me, this looks ridiculous on my head. I love the hat. I love the hat, love the concept of this hat, a beautiful floppy sun hat, but I don't think I can get away with it. My husband had a field day with this one. I love this though. I just don't think it looks that great on me. So if you're in the market for a sun hat pattern, it's a free tutorial. I believe if you wanted to buy the pattern, it is, she does charge for the pattern. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great, but I don't know if I can pull it off. That's what I've been up to. Now, I have a little bit of happy mail that I want to share with you. A while ago, a subscriber reached out to me, and since then we have become e-pals. And yeah, we share a lot through email. Anyway, she sent me another package. Now, she sent me a beautiful little card. I don't know if you can see it. And then the last package that she sent me had this beautiful card and a matching envelope that I said it was frameable. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? She sent me the whole box. The whole box. which was so kind. And so if anybody wins one of my giveaways or I have something to send you, it'll probably be on one of these cards. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Wendy. But she also is the lady who sent me the pattern for the hair towels. So she sent me more Hobby Lobby, I love this cotton yarn, and matching hair elastics to make more towels. She sent me these. I love these colors. This colorway is tart orange, and I love the color. It's like different shades of tangerine. I love it. And then this one is curry, and right up my alley. I love these colors. So the more hair towels. I did make another one, but my younger daughter was home and it went home with her. But you wait until you see what she made me. This lady is very, very talented. She made Christmas ornaments. Look at these. These are fabric. But my favorite one is this one. And I think it's my favorite because it's got the greenery on top. Look at these. Oh my God. They're so fabulous. I don't know how she knows that I'm a total klutz. Every year when I decorate for Christmas, I break a few baubles. But there's no breaking these. These are absolutely fantastic. Look at them. Oh my God. They're gorgeous. Stunning. Really nice. I don't know how she does them, but they are beautiful. I love them. Thank you so much, Wendy. I'm going to cherish them. Thank you very much. And the last thing that was in this box was, she was telling me about a book that she read, and it's called The Curse of the Boyfriend Sweater by Alana Okun, something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Come on. Anyway, so, and she also inserted a keychain that she used as a bookmark, and it's a dream catcher. Anyway, so this book, she thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's written by a crafter. I don't know if it's a fiction or nonfiction, but she enjoyed it tremendously. So she came up with this idea that I should read it and then pass it on, make a little notation in the book, pass it on to the next podcaster or crafty friend. And then they will read it, make a little notation, sort of like, you know, in high school with the yearbooks, and then pass it around to a few people and then make its way back to me. I think it's a great idea, and I've already reached out to another podcaster to see if she'd be interested, and she said absolutely. So once I finish this, I will send it off to her, and we'll let it get around a little bit and then come back to me. I think that's a great idea and an amazing keepsake. And I don't know how long it'll take me to read though, because I don't read much anymore. Yeah, I crochet and knit now a lot. So yes, I'm sure this will pop up again. Anyway, that is all I've been up to. I'm hoping to get another episode put in maybe in another 3 or 4 days. But in the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and we will talk soon.